My best news of the week, just last week, was when I had a client say that journaling for the past month has lifted a depression from them that they've suffered under for over a decade. Now, that is a huge celebration, but a testament to the power of journaling. That's not something I was doing. It was something God was doing in her, in the breathing for her brain that journaling is. And in today's coaching video, I want to walk you through some of the basics of the power of journaling to help alleviate both depression and anxiety. These are simple ways to help you manage some emotions. They're not counseling, it's not the full solution, but it's a tool to use to add to your tool belt. So, hey, let's dive in. My name is Trish Blackwell. Thank you for coming and being part of my channel. My goal and my purpose is to serve you, to feel more encouraged here than you anywhere else, because I want you to know that God sees you, He loves you, He delights in you, and that we can have the courage to step up and live fully. We can do big things. And it starts with helping you break self-doubt, break small thinking, and manage the feelings that we have that are keeping us stuck in life or playing small. So, hey, that's why I love journaling. Journaling is breathing for your brain, and I'm really encouraged today to share with you an 8-minute process. I'm going to give you the framework, and then I'm going to give you a next step to take the next framework. However, there's no right or wrong way to journal, and that's the beautiful thing. There is a process and a structure, but more than anything, journaling is a spiritual discipline. It is something to be done that will deepen your sense of feeling, that will expand your sense of thinking, and will give you the courage to have and the time to think about what you think about. Because when you think about what you think about, you learn how to feel with more courage. It's not our circumstances that give us results in life. Our circumstances lead to our thoughts, and our thoughts, what we decide about our circumstances, determine our feelings. And our feelings determine our actions and what we do and what we don't do. And our actions give us results. That's why we can't always trust our feelings, but we can take action and we can control our thoughts. So we can't change our circumstances or always our feelings, but we can have the courage to feel them. And we can change the way we think so that we change some of how we feel. And that's why the journaling process, that sounds like this big pretzel, right? Well, that's why we use pen and paper, and that's why we journal. And as a reminder, because this is a topic about anxiety and depression, those are very, very real things, and I recommend that every single person, I believe mental wellness is a proactive thing. I highly recommend that everyone has a therapist. If you don't yet work with a therapist, a great place to start is BetterHelp. I have a partnership with them where you can get 10% off your first month. Go check it out at BetterHelp, HELP.com/confidence pod. I will put that in the comments for today's video, but it is a great place to start. It's so life-changing to talk things out with somebody. And then beyond the power of therapy, I believe journaling is your own self-therapy, and I believe God shows up there. And so what I want to share with you today that is this breakthrough habit that will bring you peace, and that's what journaling does. It is a place of peace and power. And in just 8 minutes, I want you to think about journaling like an 8-minute pause. So write down, first there's 4 parts to this. I want you to write down what's bothering you. So write down what's bothering you. And then the second part is you answer back in the way you would answer a friend. The third part is you support that answer with powerful resource beyond yourself, whether that's a Bible verse, an affirmation, a proclamation, a quote. Write some evidence to sustain that. And then 4, as an addition, if you're struggling specifically with anxiety or depression, one of my favorite things to do is to do a scoop and push method. And what I do is and actually it's interesting, I have my journal right here. And once I'm done journaling, I close it and I scoop in a big breath and I hold it for just a second. Everything's tight. And I do a prayer and I say, Lord, you tell me I can cast my cares on you. Here they are. Here they are. Sometimes I can put words to them and sometimes I don't. Sometimes they're just feelings. Inhale, and then I take my hands and I shift them around and I push it out. Go ahead and do that with me. In and exhale with a push. And as I exhale, I go, thank you, God. Thank you, Lord, for taking this anxiety from me, for casting it as far as it east to the west, for removing it from me. And sometimes I do that scoop and push, and one time in the day, and I feel better immediately, and it lasts all day. And guys, sometimes on a day of high anxiety, because I do have a background of high anxiety and anxiety disorder and eating disorder in my past. So there are days when this happens more and the voice comes up and the shouts of should and the lies of the enemy come in. And you might see me doing this in my house multiple times a day, 3, 4, 5, 10 times a day. So it is an amazing tool paired with the journaling, so I have time to think about what I'm thinking about and feel what I'm feeling. And if you're not sure where to start with that, one, there's a couple things to do. You might be asking, why 8 minutes, Trish? Well, because 10 minutes, you might make an excuse that you don't have time for. I don't have 10 minutes. But if you're honest, you have 8 minutes. If you're honest, you definitely know you waste at least 8 minutes of your day somewhere doing something, whether it's scrolling or texting or dilly-dallying or pushing snooze on your alarm. You know that you have 8 minutes. The other tip I want for you to do is to make it a spiritual discipline. It's not just a habit that you're hoping to do. It's a spiritual discipline that's going to bring you joy, going to bring you peace, right? Because what's the opposite of anxiety? Peace. It's going to help you walk in confidence and courage and with hope every day. And then also, I like to find a journal that I want to open. Go ahead, find something that you find is pretty. I like this type. It has a verse on the top. It has a Bible verse for me at the bottom. And I just do 1 page a day. 1 page a day. And the structure of what I do is, what is my toxic thought? I write down my anxiety. I call it a toxic thought. You can write down anxiety. But I write like a toxic thought, or you can even say, what's bothering me? And you just go, and you go, nothing. No, there's always something bothering us. Go in and ask yourself what it is. And if you identify it, then ask yourself, what is the deep fear there? And then the next part's the most important part. You've got to answer back. Like we said, number 2, answer back. Like a friend, reframe it, say the truth in a different way. And then support it with a verse, a quote, or something of that point. What this does is this is self-coaching in an active way. You can do this on a scrap piece of paper if you're in need, or a journal. So sometimes I'll do this thought process, this 8-minute process, in the car on my way somewhere because I've already journaled, but I've got to come back. This is how I declutter my mind. I get my anxious thoughts and I get them out. It's how I take my thought, look at it, assess, is this of God or not? And if it is, I keep it. If it's not, I push it away and say, no, thank you. If it's fear-based, insecurity-based, that's not of God. If it's not love-based, it's not of God. And that's how I clean my mind. That's how I clear my thoughts. That's how I take thought captives and say, is this serve me or does this not? And journaling is game changing. Journaling has transformed my peace and freed me from anxiety. If you do this as a habit, you will become a powerful thinker. And hey guys, I've got good news for you. I have actually my actual journaling template. I showed you my journal. I use my journal, but I also have a template, an actual PDF that you can print up and follow with guidelines. And I've put together a 7-day video course to help you step by step through the way. And I call that my Toxic Thought Freedom Journal, and it's yours free. It's my gift to you. All you need to do is go to TrishBlackwell.com/freedom journal. I'll put the link below as well, but you're going to get step-by-step instruction and learn the exact process that I follow and my students follow. Yours free. Go TrishBlackwell.com/freedom journal and just be inspired and have hope. Because this journaling, what it does is it removes the crusty clutter from your thoughts and it gives your brain room to breathe. In the same way we do yoga or deep breathing for our body physically, journaling is breathing for your brain. You're literally taking the thoughts and exhaling that first thought that should not stay in your body, right? The carbon dioxide that you exhaled should not stay in your body. Exhale it out, you put it in. And then when you write the answer, the truth, what you know God would want you to know, what you are going to stand by, your affirmation, your proclamation, your declaration of peace over yourself, then that is what you write and you're breathing it in. So see how we breathe. It's breathing. Journaling is literally breathing for your brain. Try it out now. Do me a favor. Try it out now. I want you to take a piece of paper or your journal if it's close by and write out your most anxious thought. And then speak life over it, redirecting your thoughts. I want you to do the scoop and press method. Do this for just 8 minutes. And then let me know how you feel after the 8 minutes. Go ahead, do it, and post in the comments below. Did it bring down the level of anxiety or sadness or depression you were feeling? I want to know. Hit subscribe, and then come and add to the comments. I want to know. This has been a life-changing process for me, and my prayer is that it blesses you tremendously. Guys, I'll see you on the next video on my channel. Thank you for hanging out.